Hey guys, Bloody Vintage here. Just want to show you some random things that I got here from accessory packs. I just got this all in one lot, and I got some other extra stuff I've had sitting around. So I'm just going to give you a rundown. This is by no means, an exhaustive study of what comes in an accessory pack for the Vietnam War, but it's a little bit of a straightforward guide. So usually they come in these brown packs. I don't have one right now. The Vietnam era ones had cigarettes in them. After Vietnam, I think like post 72-ish, don't quote me on that, they got rid of the cigarettes. Your cigarette ration, these are both repros, would look something like this, fit about 4 cigarettes. If you ever want one, go to Hand Scrabble Farm, the website, and look for their print files, and you can get the Marlboro print file to cut out as well, or they're pretty cheap online. So, and you'd see those mounted in the helmets, here and there. Kind of a good place to keep them if you're keeping them dry. Next thing is you'd have the spoon, the ration spoon. It would come individually wrapped as well. It's like a one-time use, but you can continue using it if you want. You'd see it, put it in the sweatband or through the foliage slits sometimes as well. So it's a nice little handy piece. Next thing that was pretty handy to get was your P38 can opener, which is just a great thing to put around your dog tags in general. And apologies, I'm not getting close enough there, but you get the idea. This one's made by Speaker, which is pretty common for the time. Then let's see what else we have here, because honestly, I just opened this up. So we got 3 non-dairy cream substitutes. Now, a good way to help date these things is if it lists who made it. So here you see Beatrice Food Co., Madison, Wisconsin, and has a zip code at the end. So zip codes came out in '63 and became mandatory in '67. Now, it doesn't actually say when companies really started using them on a regular basis, but at least it gives you an idea of what's kind of like earlier, what's kind of later in that sense. These all have zip codes, so 67 or later, I would expect. Sugar, this is interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I got a feeling like this is probably just civilian sugar mixed in, but who knows? Because their instant coffees are labeled very similar, where this is instant coffee on the front. But there are other ones that have a little more of a specific instant type 1. Again, this has got the zip code and tells you dissolve contents in a 3rd canteen cup, 8 ounces of water, White Plains, New York. So again, these are a bit of a different style. I don't really know what these are versus this when they came out. I'm just showing you a few things that I have here. Next is iodized salt. So this one again has the zip codes on the back, Massachusetts, and iodized salt. These are kind of cool, little peppermints. The odd thing, they usually came in, these little packs, I guess, or this. They were funny because you don't really see these chiclets very much anymore, especially around Halloween. I remember getting these, but you don't really anymore. So, and then these, that is a zip code on it too. Toilet paper. So, you got your ration roll there of toilet paper. This one, I'm not quite sure. I want to say toilet paper, but I've also seen this blue type is usually a bandage. So that might actually be a bandage in there. More sugar. Again, zip code. So this could be even later on. The fact they even have the company logo on there makes me think even 70s, because most of these were pretty plain. Let me see. Oh, this is ketchup, dehydrated ketchup. I haven't seen that yet. Interesting. Again, this could be later. Don't even quote me on these being Vietnam. I'm just showing you what I got here. Again, zip code in there. And then these are pretty common to find as well, your damp-proof matches. So these are pretty cheap online still to buy for like $2. Not a big deal. It's something you can throw in your helmet and you can probably use if you have enough. I read several places that, these aren't actually that good, because it even says they will light when, these matches are designed especially for damp climates, but they will not light when wet or after long exposure to several weeks to very damp air. So if you had a pack of these in Vietnam, you probably want to use them pretty soon after you open up that accessory packet and they get exposed to the damp air. My guess is you'd probably be using these for lighting your cigarettes with your ration pack. You'd be using these to light the, actually I should have had a pack, I'll grab it. your trioxane fuel. You probably want that to light that to cook your food if you needed to, out of your C-rats or MCI, whatever you want to really call it. But I don't think these would be good for very long after that in the jungle. So that's probably why guys more went with the Zippos, I'd be guessing. So just a few more here. These don't have zip codes. Some of these, this one does not. So these could be earlier, but they're also so small that they probably didn't even bother with the zip code per se. So just some interesting stuff to show you, just giving you some ideas for what you can use for display or in the field, or, you know, just for more, the more you know.